The lion cubs came barreling toward her, looking totally massive, super muscular, and let's be real, wild. But what they did next left every single person at the Colorado Wildlife Sanctuary absolutely floored. For real, it was mind-blowing. They didn't growl, they didn't pounce, no cap. They just snuggled right up to the German Shepherd who'd actually nursed them with her own milk way back when, and then they started purring. So, how did this iconic story even start? Well, it all kicked off with a heartbreaking twist. The cubs' own mom rejected them. Charlotte, a lioness who, no kidding, had been rescued from the brink of death out in the wild, gave birth to two tiny, delicate cubs. But get this, she just flat out refused to feed them, turned her back, and walked away. Ouch. The staff at the Colorado Wildlife Sanctuary, man, they were absolutely devastated. They knew, deep down, time was seriously running out. That's when they put out a desperate, urgent call for a nursing dog. And just a few hours later, would you believe it? A family from Norwich showed up with Olivia, an 8-year-old German Shepherd. She'd recently had just one little pup, so she still had plenty of milk ready to go. Hey, before we dive deeper into this incredible tale, if you're all about unconditional love, if you totally believe compassion can just defy all natural instincts, then high-key, hit that like button, subscribe to MAGSMAN, and seriously, pass this along to anyone who needs to feel that impossible, powerful bond of love. Your support? No cap. It helps us keep sharing these totally inspiring stories with the whole wide world. But let me tell you, Olivia wasn't just some run-of-the-mill dog. No way. She was loyal, super disciplined, and get this, famously not a cat person, like ever. Yet, when she heard those tiny, desperate lion cub cries, something just stirred deep down in her soul. As she walked into that enclosure, everyone, hold up, they pretty much all held their breath. Would she growl? Would she bolt? Nah, not Olivia. She walked right up, laid down as calm as you please, and let those two little cubs just snuggle right into her side. They latched right on and started chowing down. You could have heard a pin drop. A total hush fell over the whole sanctuary. For the first time in days, those cubs were warm, nourished, and safe. The staff? Oh, they were weeping for sure. Olivia hadn't just kept them alive, she became their mama. No kidding. Weeks just flew by. Benjamin and Grace, those cubs, they got stronger and stronger. Their little bodies filled right out, and their fur got all thick and luxurious. Olivia? She cleaned them, protected their naps, and even taught them how to be gentle. Talk about energy. She was totally outnumbered, way outsized, and honestly not even their species. But her love, that fire overpowered absolutely all of it. Even when their tiny claws kind of scraped her skin, or their baby teeth bit a little too hard, she never barked, never snapped, not one single time. She just endured, 'cause low-key, in her heart of hearts, they were her babies, period. Eventually, though, those cubs just got too big, you know? Her body was aging, her strength was kind of fading, and the staff, man, they had to make a really tough choice. Olivia went back to her human family. Benjamin and Grace got moved to a way bigger, updated enclosure. She looked back once, you bet, and they watched her go. Fast forward 2 whole years.
The sanctuary? Oh man, it had totally changed. Benjamin and Grace? No kidding. They weren't cubs anymore. Not even close. They were full-blown adult lions now, each one weighing over 400 pounds, packed with powerful muscles and a wild energy you couldn't predict. Then, one day, Olivia showed up again with her owner. Cameras were rolling, you bet. Staff held their breath. Low-key, no one had any idea what was about to go down. The dog who'd been their mama once upon a time, she looked absolutely tiny next to them now. She stepped into the enclosure. You could hear a pin drop. Seriously, pure silence. The lions saw her. They stood up, moved fast toward her. A handler reached for the gate, no cap. "Get her out!" someone screamed. But the sanctuary director, cool as a cucumber, just raised his hand. "Wait," he said, his voice super soft. The lions paused. They sniffed. And then, get this, they gently rubbed their massive heads against her. Their huge tails swayed, exactly like they did when they were just tiny cubs. They lay right beside her, like no time had passed at all. Olivia licked their enormous faces. Hands down, the staff were all misty-eyed. Her owner was crying too. That night, under the soft silver glow of the moon, Olivia rested right there beside Benjamin and Grace, just like it used to be. The vibe? Totally peaceful. The director, his voice like a low whisper, spoke to the camera. What we saw today wasn't just instinct, folks. It was pure, unadulterated love. No cap. Even scientists, you bet, admitted this kind of bond was practically unheard of. A dog raising lion cubs? Seriously rare, like next level. But those fully grown lions remembering her, welcoming her back like their mama after 2 whole years? That, my friends, was a flat-out miracle. This story wasn't just about surviving, high-key. It was about a kind of motherhood that just broke every single boundary. About a love that time couldn't erase and nature couldn't even explain. Because, for real, sometimes the strongest families are the ones created by love, not blood, and that's the tea. If this story seriously warmed your heart, if it reminded you that love knows no species, no time, no boundaries, then low-key, it proves, hands down, that the strongest families aren't just forged by blood, but by pure, selfless love. That's a fact. So please, go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe to MAGSMAN, and for real, share this with anyone who totally cherishes those epic, extraordinary connections. Your support? Gosh, it truly helps us keep sharing these heartwarming stories that matter big time. Before we wrap things up, I want to ask you, what's the most remarkable act of love you've ever witnessed, human or animal, that just totally defied all expectations? Drop your thoughts down in the comments below. High-key, I read every single one. If this story seriously warmed your heart, if it reminded you that love knows no species, no time, no boundaries, then low-key, it proves, hands down, that the strongest families aren't just forged by blood, but by pure, selfless love. That's a fact. So please, go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe to MAGSMAN, and for real, share this with anyone who totally cherishes those epic, extraordinary connections. Your support? Gosh, it truly helps us keep sharing these heartwarming stories that matter big time. Before we wrap things up, I want to ask you, what's the most remarkable act of love you've ever witnessed, human or animal, that just totally defied all expectations? Drop your thoughts down in the comments below. High-key, I read every single one.